I know you got a busy day today, tight schedule. You can go to the next one, no problem. iPhone production in India will hit 25% of global output by 2025, says analyst. Shout out India. Shout out everybody in this community that's in India. Probably a little bit later when you're watching this. Yes, been taking over the manufacturing scene. Variety of incentives and so forth. And of course, Apple also reaching to diversify its production, moving into not just India, but other places as well. The premium devices, what I've read in the past, that they haven't, at least at the same time as they've been manufactured elsewhere, they haven't been pumped out of Indian factories, but maybe that changes. iPhone production in India will increase to around 25% of total global output by 2025, according to a new analyst report. The report suggests a similar percentage of other Apple products will be made outside China by the same year. Apple is massively dependent on China as a manufacturing assembly hub. The large ecosystem of suppliers that have grown up in the country has made production of Apple products a tightly integrated operation, which is difficult to replicate elsewhere. COVID happened. Things got a little bit squirrely, well, to say the least. If you were trying to pump out iPhones and everything is shut down and you start to realize, okay, where is the bottleneck? Like, where are the breakage points that we should be aware of, and how can we diversify to avoid that in the future? Shareholders, Wall Street, phones, Apple, Tim, etc. It's how those meetings go. When Apple first started iPhone production in India, it was only the original iPhone SE and only models for sale within the country. That's right. I remember talking about this old Later days. They started with the iPhone SE, and it was only the iPhone SE that was going to be purchased in India. And it was because when you're importing those devices that aren't assembled, a certain portion of it in India, you pay those tariffs and so forth, and it gets really expensive. You look at the prices of the current generation flagship iPhones in India, it's pretty staggering stuff. We're going to talk about it more at a later date. But that's changing now. Increasingly, you're seeing flagship models actually being made in India, and you're seeing more export coming out of India. iPhone 14, I don't believe, is currently being made there, but of course, as time passes, it probably will be. It has previously been reported that next year, production of the iPhone 15 will begin simultaneously in China and India, something Apple had initially hoped would begin with the iPhone 14. So there you go. This could be the last generation where the new model, the early adoption, is strictly China devices, and now you might have that mix in there of Indian-produced devices.
It's like a tipping point.
So it was a J.P. Morgan analyst note that brought up all this information. And the paper says that the analyst concerned has an 80% reliability rating, if you want to believe that. 80%. That's like when it says it's going to rain. There's an 80% chance of rain. Are you prepared for rain? Pretty much.
Yeah.
50%, you're not. 50%, you're like, I'll take my chances. 20%, it's a sunny day half the time.
Sure.
80% of the time.
I'd bring an umbrella. 50%.
You bring umbrella for 50? You bring umbrella for 40.
A hoodie.
Yeah, you see how that goes?
Yeah.
There's some key numbers in there. You bring anything for 20?
Nah.
You don't. Thunderstorm, you stay home.
Sure.
Thunderstorm warning, you look out the window, don't you?
Hurricane, tornado.
You and Otis, you just look out the window, don't you?
Yeah. Eating ice cream.
Shout out India. Shout out everybody watching from India. Looks like you're going to be exporting a couple more iPhones in the future.
Yeah.